Hello, welcome everyone. So, we are now going to start a chapter number 3 that is known as motion in a straight line and also popularly known as the kinematics. So, first, kinematics is a branch of physics that deals with the motion of bodies, and here we do not consider the cause of the motion. So, let's come to our topic. So there are two important terms that are related to every physics that we will study in class 11. The first is rest and the second is motion. So let's see what is rest. So if a body do not changes its position with respect to the observer and time, it is said to be in the rest. Okay. Now let's see what is motion. So if a body changes its position with respect to observer and the time, it is said to be in motion. Okay. So what we see, the rest and the motion are the two important terms. Okay, and there is a relation between them, that rest and motion are the relative terms. Okay, that means they are connected with each other. So a body in motion can be also called as rest, and the body in rest can also be seen as a motion. So we will see this with the example. Now let's suppose we have a body that is A, okay, and there is a body that is B. So what we see, if B is moving with some velocity, let's suppose 5 meter per second, and A is observing to B. So what he sees, that B appears to A to move with the 5 meters per second. So with respect to time and A, he can see that B is in a motion. Okay, that's it. But we know, if we are the observer, then we know that A is at rest, who is watching B, and B is already in motion. Okay, but what happens if the observer become B? If B becomes our observer and he is watching to A, then what appears, that B in moving forward see A as going in the backward direction. Okay, so what is now the case, that the A that was appearing to be at rest is now appearing to move with 5 meter per second in the backward direction according to B. Okay, so what we see, that the whatever the state of body, either we talk about A or B, changes as we change the observer. Okay, and the we can see the body earlier was in rest, now appearing as a motion, and the body that was appearing and the motion can be appeared as at a rest, depending on the observer and time interval. Now we have seen that in both the definitions we have a very important term that is coming. The first is observer and the second is time. So we know that time we can never control, and the time will always move in a forward direction. Okay, there is nothing that you can control the time. But if we see the observer, then we can switch the observer according to our need. Okay, so let's see what is the importance of our observer. So the importance of observer is termed with a name, that is frame of reference. That is frame of reference. So what is frame? You can call frame as a camera or a frame that is attached to the observer who is studying the motion or a rest with respect of a particular body. Okay, so we can call it in a very in a definite manner, that it is a coordinate system that is attached with the observer, Okay, we can also call it in a very simple way, that it is a camera of a observer, or you can also call the eye of the observer. Okay, so whatever we call any body that is in motion or rest, so who is the decider? So our observer is a decider. Okay, so observer observes with its frame of reference that is attached to the our object whose motion or whose position is to be tracked. So we will understand this frame of reference in a very definite manner. But let me tell you, there are two kinds of frame of reference. The first is inertial and the second is non-inertial. Okay, so what is the inertial? So the inertial, in which our observer is either at absolute rest with respect to ground. Absolute rest means that with respect to ground, or you if you compare with the ground, he is not changing his position with respect to ground. Okay, that means he is on the fixed ground. So either he is at absolute rest, okay, or he is moving with a constant velocity, or you can say a constant speed. If he is moving with that, then it is known as the inertial. And one more definition that also it can be called, that it follows the Newton's first law of motion. So that is important about inertia, inertial frame of reference. Now let's talk about the non-inertial. Then if the body is moving with some acceleration, okay, acceleration, or you can also call it the retardation. We will see the acceleration retardation in the further classes. Retardation, okay. So either he is moving at acceleration or retardation, then it is known as the non-inertial frame, and it do not follows the first law. Okay, it do not follow the first law of Newton. Now we will take example to understand better that what is frame of reference, and we have already seen example of our both the objects, but we will now take a little more real life example to understand it better. So let it be. So let's suppose this is a bogie of a train. Okay, this is a bogie of a train. Here is a one observer, okay, who is on the ground. He is on the ground and the train is running on a track. Okay, that is our track. And let's suppose we have a two persons more who are standing and traveling with the train. And let the train be moving with some velocity. Let's suppose 10 meter per second. Okay, so let's name the bodies. Let it be A, let it be B, and let it be C. Okay, now in first case, what I want, that our observer is A. Okay, A is our observer, and who is watching B and C. So what is happening, what is the conclusion we see, that when A becomes observer, he watches B and C. So what he sees, as the train is moving along the right side, on the right hand side, okay, so B appears to be in motion and C also appears to be in motion. So both B and C in motion according to A. Okay, now let's see that what if B becomes the observer. Okay, B becomes the observer. So what happens when B becomes the observer, he judges A, that what happens, that according to B, what happens when the train is moving on right hand side, then A will not appear to be in the rest. Okay, as we see in a train, that whatever the object are there, they are going in backward direction if we are moving back in the forward direction. So according to B, A is moving in the backward direction with the same speed, that is 10 meter per second. Okay, now when we try to see C, okay, when he observes the C, what happens, then both are standing in the train, so C appears to be rest with respect to B. Okay, because the bogie is moving and both see each other, that they are at rest with each other. Okay, so according to B, C is at rest and A is in motion. Okay, so that is the thing. Now let's consider again. Okay, so now we are not taking C. Why? Because C will also see the same effect, that is B is observing. Okay, so we are not going to see. Now we are doing one thing, that let's suppose our A is moving on right side. A is moving on right hand side again with the 10 meter per second. Okay, now we are cancelling this thing. Okay, and we are assuming that our 10 is moving also with the 10 meter per second. Now let's see what the magic happens, or you can say what is the result. We can see that when A observes B, then since both are moving with the same velocity, what will happen, that A sees that both are rest at each other. Both will be appearing that they are moving with the same velocity, but when they try to see each other, they appears to be sitting together. Okay, or you can call they are not moving relative to each other. So now B appears to A as rest. Okay, and again with the C, he sees the same thing, that is C also appears at rest. And when B and C also sees A, when B and C also observes A, then since it is moving in the same direction with same speed, what happens? A also appears to be at rest by the observation of B and C. Okay, so we have considered 3 and 4 cases in which we have seen that how changing the observer, okay, how changing the observer, we can see that the definition of rest or a motion changes according to the body. So that means the observer is a very important role in our study of motion or rest. So I hope you enjoy the lecture, and thank you so much.